smartphones. Your connection to the world. The possibilities are unlimited, and your plan should be too. With Unlimited Cube from Union Wireless, get talk, text, and high-speed data without limits. Only from Union Wireless.
Well, hi, everyone, and welcome to the Dave Christensen Show. It's presented by Union Wireless with unlimited high-speed data. And, Coach, it was senior day, final game at War Memorial Stadium this season, and, a shootout. I mean, this brought us back to the good old days of the Western Athletic Conference between the Cowboys and Hawaii, and plenty of stuff to talk about with this one. First of all, snaps a 4-game losing streak, and, that had to take a load off of a lot of people's minds in these offices.
Yeah, it was huge to get a win for our kids to be in that locker room afterwards. It's been a tough few weeks, and to see the looks on their face, the smiles on their face, and the excitement about getting the victory was great. And there were a lot of fireworks in the game, and fortunately this time we were able to score more points than them and come away with the victory.
And you did it on senior day too. So 11 seniors were honored before that game, and a couple of seniors had some pretty good performances as well.
Yeah, they did. It was great to send them out, and that was our emphasis going into the week. Is that, listen, we got these seniors have been so committed to what we're doing here and trying to build this program, and let's make sure that we go out and their last game in War Memorial Stadium is a victory, and our kids got it done.
Record-setting performances as well from the offense, in particular Brett Smith, 640 yards of total offense. He counted for 8 touchdowns, Coach. Brett Smith was just electric on a chilly day.
Yeah, he was on fire, and I was really glad to see Brett have a great game, and the playmaking ability that he possesses, and the 10 guys around him, assisting and giving him an opportunity to make those big plays, and that's what we needed on Saturday to get the win.
Well, we talked about Brett Smith's performance. Lots of highlights to talk about, Coach. Let's get to those highlights. Well, here's those highlights, and Coach, we mentioned the day that it was senior day. Robert Huron had an outstanding game. No need to waste any time. Let's get to those highlights.
Okay, here we go. The first one here is a third down and goal, and Brett finds Sean Wick on a 7-yard completion, and Sean does the rest, taking it in for a touchdown to put us up 7-0. Then we come back here, and Brett finds Robert Huron for his first touchdown on a wheel route, and great throw, great concentration, and great job getting in the end zone. 2nd and 9 here, and Brett finds Robert Huron on a screen play, caught him in man coverage. Good job blocking out front, and Robert's great speed does the rest in the burst for a touchdown. Then we come to a 3rd and 4, and off the quarterback counter play, Brett finds a big opening. Good job blocking up front, and he rambles for 51 yards and another touchdown to put us up 21-20. Then we come to this next play, and it's a 2-point conversion. We missed the extra point, so we faked off the Statue of Liberty play, which we ran in the past, and came back with a play pass off of it. And just great execution by all the kids, and executing and scoring the 2-point conversion to tie things up. This next one's a 1st and 10, and we find, we scramble out of the pocket a little bit. Brett finds Keenan Montgomery, and good job blocking by Dominic Ruffran, and Keenan takes it the distance down the sideline and gets another touchdown to tie it up at 28. Next is a 1st and 10, and again we run the Q counter, and Brett takes off. We catch him in man coverage, and most of the secondary is running downfield. Brett scampers for a big gain of 53 yards and another Cowboy first down. Here's a 3rd and 7 play, and again, great job protection up front. We find Robert Huron on a corner route, and great job beating man coverage, a good throw, good protection, and great job by Robert Huron. Next, defense just does a tremendous job here taking points off the board on this extra point that puts them in a position where they have to go for 2 later in the game. So great effort by those guys. A 2nd and 6, and Brett finds Jalen Claiborne on a wheel route again, and he does the rest, outrunning the secondary, and another big pass play from Brett Smith. Then we got a 2nd and 3, and this is Brett finding Robert Huron again on a man coverage route. We got a quick rub there, and got Robert in the end zone on the corner route to put us up 49-48. Then This is comes the overtime, and great job by our defense. And then we put Stu Williams in position, and Stu splits the uprights right down the middle to give us the victory. And as you can see, a lot of jubilation and excitement by our kids to get that W in the column. And just a great opportunity, a great time for those kids to play in a tough football game and come out with a big victory.
It certainly was. You got to catch your breath after all those highlights, Coach, like the Cowboys offense did in that overtime win. Plenty of outstanding highlights there, Coach, and there you see it, to the final score, 59-56 in overtime. And you look at Brett Smith's total yards on senior day. Robert Huron, 11 catches, 140 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Just a great performance from those two guys.
Yeah, it really was, and just a big day all the way around. For our offense. And again, as we said, the most important thing was that stop by our defense on 4th down to keep the points off the board in overtime.
Well, they got the one they needed when they needed it, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
Tim Harkins will be back with Sonny Puletasi right after this message.
When you book at flyfrontier.com, you get great stuff.
Like exclusive fares, more miles,
a free carry-on.
You even get to pick your seat.
And everyone likes to pick their seat.
I know I do. Once I picked my seat right smack dab in the middle of...
Stop!
Grizz, we're talking about picking your seat on the plane.
Wait, you pick your seat on the plane? Now that's disgusting.
Get more perks, lower fees, and a free carry-on. Book today at flyfrontier.com.
Welcome back to the Dave Christensen Show. This is Tim Harkins with junior linebacker Sonny Puletasi. And we're going to talk to Sonny today about how he got here to Wyoming and some of the unique things about his time here. Well, Sonny, first of all, you've been a starter the last couple of years for the Cowboys at linebacker. Talk a little bit about what your leadership role has been over these last couple of years.
I think it's been leading as an example. It's just been I'm quiet. I'm not a vocal leader. Everybody knows that on the team. So I try sometimes to be a vocal leader, but I lead by example.
You came, of course, from Oklahoma, but you have a Polynesian heritage. And, of course, the defensive line here at Wyoming has kind of had a Polynesian heritage the last few years. Talk about some of those guys, Mike Purcell and Kurtafa'ausau, and then some of your current teammates.
Oh, man, they're like brothers to me now. I mean, we all came from different places. Now Coach C brought us in together, and we met in Laramie. I didn't know Kurt was my cousin till I met him, and our parents talked, and my dad told me Kurt was my cousin. And Uso and Siosi, they're like my little brothers now, and they look up to me. I try to be a leader to them, and when I leave, I hope they continue my role.
You know, another question I want to ask you, Sonny, one of those Polynesian players, of course, Mike Purcell from Denver, has gone on to play in the NFL. He's on the practice squad of the San Francisco 49ers. Is that a goal of yours, and have you had a chance to talk to Mike a little bit about his experience this year?
Yes, so Mike Purcell has texted me before the games, like every game now. He just texts me, tell the team good luck, and I hope you guys win. And I say thank you. And yes, going to the NFL is my dream as well. Mike's been a good leader here and a good role model for me. Yeah, he's been a great role model.
The final question I want to ask you. You, of course, have a son, Kaysen, who you said just turned 3 on Friday. Talk about that and talk about how you balance being a father and being a college student athlete.
It's hard thinking about my son, thinking about school and football at the same time. It's hard, but I have to manage my time, and I FaceTime my son every night before I go to sleep, and it's hard, but I'll get through it.
Is Kaysen a Cowboy fan? Has he grown up a Cowboy fan? Is he starting to get excited about you being a college player?
It's funny, every time he sees the logo, our logo, he calls it Pistol Pete or Cowboy Joe. So, yes, I believe he's a fan.
Well, we want to thank you all for watching today. This is Tim Harkins with Sonny Puletasi. And after this break, Reese and Dave will be back to talk about Utah State.
I just learned the different ins and outs of college football, the different daily routines that we do, and then also, with Coach C, his expectations and whatnot. So coming here, they're pretty seamless. Right now, I'm the director of operations and really enjoy that. So I'd like to stay in that and stay up in, Division I and just be the director of operations for. That's my future goals. Probably our first year we went to the bowl game, beating Fresno. The big stop there at the end, and winning that in overtime. It was a pretty exciting time, the GA and all that.
Welcome back to the Dave Christensen Show, everyone. And Coach, there we are taking a look at the standings in the Mountain West Conference, and the Cowboys 3-4 in the Mountain West and 5-6 overall. We talked before that a lot of the goals are still there. Get to 500, get to bowl eligible for the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's the goal right now, and it's a big game, great motivation for both sides. They're playing for an opportunity to play in the conference championship game. We're playing for an opportunity to play in the postseason.
Now let's take a look at this tail of the tape here, and you see the Cowboys' next game against Utah State. And Coach, Utah State is already bowl eligible, and they've got a chance to get to the Mountain West Conference Championship game against the Cowboys. Cowboys got a chance to get bowl eligible, so both teams have something to play for.
Absolutely, it's a big game for both of us. It's the last regular season game of the year, and for our kids, a win gives them an opportunity to play in the postseason. And for Utah State, that win, as you said, has an opportunity to put them in the championship game against Fresno State.
Utah State has one of the best defenses in the country. Coach, what concerns you when you look at that defense?
Well, they have no weaknesses. They're extremely physical. They run well. They're very athletic. Undoubtedly the best defense that we're going to face this year. And we know it's going to be a great challenge.
All right, well, Coach, best of luck to you out there in Logan and against Utah State. That's going to do it for the Dave Christensen Show. It's presented by Union Wireless with unlimited high-speed data.
Smartphones, your connection to the world. The possibilities are unlimited, and your plan should be too. With unlimited Cube from Union Wireless, get talk, text, and high-speed data without limits. Only from Union Wireless.